So Tesla has fired about 25 employees that wanted to unionize. I say good for them. I have a question. What is it called when a group of companies gets together to artificially set the prices to high levels in order to increase their profits? Is this collusion? Monopolistic behavior? Maybe a cartel? But what if the employees get together to collectively bargain for higher wages rather than individually negotiating their own wages? Instead of collusion, this is called a union. Why? Both artificially raise the prices for consumers in a way that is not representative of the true market forces. Why do we feel compassion towards the worker, but not towards the corporations that produce the goods and services? Why do we act like we can raise the wages as high as the workers want, and it will have no effect on the price? I say that this is a massive error that exists in the psychology of most people. They cannot think past square one. Beyond the increases of their own wages, union supporters aren't able to see the effects that these policies would have. It is similar to the inflation that was caused by the stimulus checks. The average worker was happy to cash in their $1,200 stimulus check a few times over, but when everything costs 15% more a year later, and the stimulus has dried up, they're back to square one. Elon Musk has been in the news recently for allegedly firing about 25 to 30 employees attempting to form a union. The employees were fired, and when they were told they were fired because their performance was not doing as well as it should have been. But many of them doubted this reasoning. Personally, I think the labor laws regarding unions are illegal. If the employer cannot collude with other employers, then why should the employees be able to collude with other employees against their employer? Elon does a lot of very good things that I do agree with, and this is yet another one. He's really sticking it to the woke ideology that these employees harbor. Unionized employees usually want three things: better working conditions, job security, and higher pay. Well, I have news for you. If you were, in fact, a high-quality employee, you wouldn't have to worry about your job security or your pay. And as for working conditions, well, this isn't the early 1900s when 7-year-olds were getting their hands cut off in factories. All things considered, the vast majority of these unionized employees work in some pretty cushy conditions. Anyone threatening the business in this manner should be fired, and the NLRB should be dismantled because collusion is illegal. Union members should not be able to collude against their employer. And threatening to unionize is essentially no different than threatening to burn down the business. They both hurt the bottom line. Many of you may be saying to yourself that the poor workers have no ability to really rise up against the big bad corporations. But what you're forgetting is that the corporations are already not allowed to collude. So it would simply be putting the employer and the employee on the same playing field. Let the free market decide the price of what labor is.